Bhaktarisadana Sai Ramanga Sai Shri Gopa Bama Mrudutalpa Sukari Sai Go Gopa Vallabha Hari Tava Suprabhatam Shri Kashyapati Shukanarada Gaudamani Brahmarshi Sangamani Sangava Bharatesho Tishtanti Devatama Darshana Bhagraheto Gopala Sekara Hare Tava Suprabhatam Mandara Chadi Tulasida Malika Jare Mayami Anjali Pute Samudaranti Tishtanti Bhagavatatara Tane Munindra Nada Manohara Hare Tava Suprabhatam Veyatrayam Patati Gotama Kana Guya Gayanti Sadguna Gano Varada Savarga Sankirtayanti Tava Nama Kada Vishesha Shri Naradadi Rashaya Tava Suprabhatam Govardhanodharana Gopa Kishora Gopa Gopi Janamrita Savesha Bhavati Pota Trilokya Mohana Sumangala Divya Deha Shri Rukminisha Varada Tava Suprabhatam Shri Vatsachina Sharanagata Parijata Bhaktarti Banjana Krupakara Dina Bandhu Vidyanta Gayati Janapriya Divya Rupa Shri Nanda Gopatanaya Tava Suprabhatam Padmaksha Padma Mukha Padma Dara Prameya Padmalaya Srahita Padma Nivasa Shori Padmo Bhavati Surasevita Pada Padma Padmalinata Haraye Tava Suprabhatam Vrindata Levi Haranaya Mahindra Vandya Nandan Padarpa Haratinya Sudesha Rupa Chandrananaya Sida Chandana Limna Deha Govinda Yadava Hare Tava Suprabhatam Shri Nanda Yashoda Kumara Diha Mayangadina Daichona Supushpahara Nilambudara Susharira Rama Vihara Gopala Deva Haraye Tava Suprabhatam Shri Vaisri Jampavati Satya Suganti Bhadra Shri Mitra Lindra Diva Samra Puputri Kadyahe Ishtanti Divya Bhava Medava Seva Nardam Gopi Manapriya Hare Tava Suprabhatam Shri Krishna Ashita Ananda Mukunda Shori Radha Manohara Janardana Chakrapane Namani Divya Munayurnani Sambadanti Brahmi Muhurta Samaye Tava Suprabhatam Shri Krishna Suprabhatam Ye Bhadanti Aharnisam Puri Kratam Mahapapa Shri Krishna Rai Putra Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha Anadir Govinda Sarvakarana Karanam Govinda Madi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govinda Madi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Chintamani Prakasatma Sukalpa Vriksha Laksha Vritesha Surabhira Vipalayanta Lakshmi Sahasra Shata Sambrama Sevyamanam Govinda Madi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govinda Madi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Viyumpanam Tamaravinda Dalaya Taksham Parvamatam Samasitam Buddha Sundarangam Kandharpa Kotika Maniya Vishesha Shobham Govinda Madi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govinda Madi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Alola Chandra Kara Sattva Namaya Vakshi Ratnangadam Pranaya Keli Kala Vilasam Shyamam Tribangalalitam Niyata Prakasham Govinda Madi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govinda Madi Purusham Tamaham bhajami. Angani yasya sakalendriya vrittimanti Pashyanti panti kalayanti shiram jaganti Ananda shinmaya sadujjvala vigrahasya Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Advaitam achyutam anadi manantarupam Adyam purana purusham navayovanam sha Vedeshu durlabam adurlabam atma bhakto Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Vantastu koti shatavatsara sampragamyo Vayoratapi manaso munibungavanam Sopyasti yatra bhata singha vichintya tatte Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Ekopya saura chayitam jagananda koti Yachaktirasti jagananda shayayadanta Antantarasta paramana shayantarastam Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Yad bhava bhavita vyoma dujastateva Samprapya rupa mahimashana bhushaha Shukte yameva nigama pratitestu vanti Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Ananda chinmaya rasa pratipavitavis Kabiya eva nijarupataya kalavihi Goloka eva nivasata vilatma bhuto Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Premajjana churita bhakti vilochanena Santa sadeva hidayeshu vilokayanti Yam shama sundaram achintya guna swarupam Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Ramadi murti shukalani yamena tishtan Nanavataram akarot bhuvaneshu kintu Krishna swayam samabhavat paramapumanyo Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Yasya prabha prabhavato jagananda koti Kotishvashesha vasudhadi vibhuti vinam Tam brahmanishkaram anantam ashesha bhutam Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Maya hiyasya jagaranda shatane sute Pregunyat vishaya veda vitayamana Sambhavalampi parasattva vishuddha sattvam Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Ananda chinmaya rasatmataya manashu Yapraninam pratipalam smaratam upetya Leelayitena bhuvanani jayata Ashram Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Zosukhanami janamni nalechatasya Devi Mahesha Haridama Suteshu Teshu Vene Prabhavani Chayavi Yatashayena Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Srishti Siti Pralaya Sadhana Shakti Rekha Chayeva Yasya Bhuvanani Viparti Durga Echana Rupamapi Yasya Chachestate Sa Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Jivam chidana jivyasana vishesha yoga Sanjayate naidata pratyagasti heto Yashambhutam api tata samupete karyat Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Vipachireva hirashantaramabhyupetya Dipayate vivita hetu samana dharma Yastaka vaisha vishnu kaya vibhati Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Yakaranana vajale bhajati sma yoga Nidram ananta jagananda saroba kupaha Adara shakti maparamya param samurti Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Yasyeka nishvasita kala matavalamya Shrivanti loma viraja jagadandanata Vishnur mahasaya yasya kala vishesho Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Tasma sakaleshu nijeshu teja Sviyam kriyat prakatayat apitatva atra Brahmaya esa jagananda gadana karta Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Yat pada palava yugam vinidaya kumbha Anve pranama samayesha kanadi raja Vignam vihantu manahasya jagatrayasya Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Kati mahi gaganamampu maruti shasha Kalastatatma manasini jagatrayani Yasmat bhavanti vibhavanti vishanti yamsha Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Yakshakshuresa savita sakala grahana Raja samasta suramurti rashesha teshaha Yasyajnaya brahmati samrita kala chakro Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Dharmota pavani chayashutayastapamsi Ramani kita patagavanayascha jivaha Yadartha matra vibhava prakata prabhava Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Yasvinda gopa matalendra mahosva karma Bandhana rupa parabhajana matanoti Dharmani nirtadi kintu sabhakti bhajam Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Yam krodha kama saja pranayani viti Vatsalya moha guru gaurava sega bhavare Sanchitya tasya sadashinta numapurete Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Ishwar Parama Vishnu Sachitananda Vigraha Anadirhani Govinda Sarvakarana Karanam Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Narasimaya Namaste Hiranyaka Shikurvakshaha Hiranyaka Shikurvakshaha Hiranyaka Shikurvakshaha Shilatankana Kalaye Shilatankana Kalaye Shilatankana Kalaye Shilatankana Kalaye Ito Narasimho Bharato Narasimho Bharato Narasimho Bharato Narasimho Ito Narasimho Bharato Narasimho Ito Narasimho Bharato Narasimho Yato Yato Yami Tato Narasimho Yato Yato Yami Tato Narasimho Oh Yato Yato Yami Tato Narasimho Oh Yato Yato Yami Tato Narasimho Bahir Narasimho Hidaye Narasimho Bahir Narasimho Hidaye Narasimho Bahir Narasimho Hidaye Narasimho Bahir Narasimho Hidaye Narasimho Narasimha Madim Sharanam Prapadi Narasimha Madim Sharanam Prapadi Narasimha Madim Sharanam Prapadi Narasimha Madim Sharanam Prapadi Tabakara Kamara
विष्टम्बो दिवोदरनः पृथिव्या अस्येषान जगतो विष्टपत्नी महादेवे च विद्महे विष्टपत्नी च धीमहि तन्नो नीला प्रचोदयात्। ओम शांति शांति शांतिः। सस्रशीर्षं देवं विश्वाक्षं विश्वशम्भुवं विश्वं नारायणं देवमक्षरं परमं पदं विश्वतप्रमानित्यं विश्वं नारायणगुम्बरिं विश्वमेवेदं पुरुषस्तद्विश्वमुपजीवति पदिं विश्वस्यात्मेश्वरगुं शाश्वरगुं शिवमच्युतं नारायणं महाज्ञेयं विश्वात्मानं परायणं नारायणपरो ज्योतिरात्मा नारायणः परः नारायण परं ब्रह्म तत्त्वं नारायणः परः नारायणपरो ध्यानं नारायणः परः यज्जगिञ्जिज्जगत् सर्वं दृश्यते श्रूयते विव अन्तर्बहिश्च तत्सर्वं व्याप्य नारायणस्थितः अनन्तमव्ययं कविवं समुद्रेऽन्तं विश्वशम्भुवं पद्मकोशप्रतिकाशकं रयं चापिदोमुखम् अधोनिष्ठादिनस्याढ्येनाभ्यां प्रतिष्ठते ज्वाल्मलाकुलं भाति विश्वस्यायतनं महत् सन्दनकुं शिलाविस्तलं मध्य कोशसन्निभं तस्यान्ते सशिरगुं सूक्ष्मं तस्मिन् सर्वं प्रतिष्ठितं तस्य मध्ये महानग्र विश्वच्चर्विश्वतोमुखः सुग्रभुक्तिभजन्तिष्ठन्नाहारमचरङ्कविः तीरगुद्वं मदिश्चायीरश्मयस्तस्य सन्दता सन्तापयति स्वं देहमापातलमस्तकः तस्य मध्ये पर्णिशिखादिज्योत्वा व्यवस्थितः नीलतो यन्मध्यस्तात् विद्युल्लेखेव भास्वर दीवाश्वरा तस्याशिखाय मध्ये परमात्मा व्यवस्थितः विरूपाक्षं विश्वरूपाय वै नमो नमः। नारायणाय विद्महे वासुदेवाय धीमहि विष्णु प्रचोदयात् नारायणाय विद्महे वासुदेवाय धीमहि विष्णु प्रचोदयात् नारायणाय विद्महे वासुदेवाय धीमहि तन्नो विष्णु प्रचोदयात्। शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। तच्छैवारामहे गातुं यज्ञाय गातुं यज्ञमतये दैवे स्वस्तिरस्तरः स्वस्तिर्मानुषेभ्यः पूर्वं निगातवेशजं शन्नो अस्मद्गुरुते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। सहस्रशीर्षः पुरुषः सहस्राक्षसहस्रपात् सभूमिं विश्वं पुरुषयेवेदं सर्वं यद्भूतं यच्च भव्यं तामृतत्वस्येषानः जनन्येनातिरोहति एतावानस्य महिमा अथो जायगस्तपुरुषः वारोस्य विश्वभूतानि त्रिवारस्यामृतं दिवि त्रिवारोर्वमुदयपुरुषः मारोऽस्यः भवत्पुनः ततो विश्वव्यक्रामत् शासनानशने अभि तस्मात् विराजजात विराजो पुरुषः स जातो अच्चरित्यत सत्यां भूमिमतो पुरः यत्पुरुषेण हविषा देवा यज्ञपदपद वसन्तो अस्यासीदाजन् ग्रीष्मशरद्रिः सप्तास्यासन्परिदयः सर्वसव्यकृता देवा यज्ञं तन्वान् पुरुषं वशुं थै यज्ञं वरिषि प्रोक्षन् पुरुषं जातवक्तः देवदेवाय साव्यार्षयश्च ये तस्मात् यज्ञं सर्वतः सम्प्रदं कृषताजं पशुकस्तागश्चक्रे वायं आरण्यागायश्च ये तस्मात् यज्ञं सर्वतः रजस्सामानिजग्निरे चण्डागंसिजग्निरे तस्मात् यजुस्तस्मात् जायत तस्मादश्वाः जायन्त एके च मया ततः गावो हजग्निरे तस्मात् Purusham Yadavu, Kalidanya Kalpayan, Mukam Imasya Bahu, Kaburu Kada Vajete, Lamano Samukamasi, Bahu Radhyamyadaha, Guru Tanasya Naisyaha, Om Namo Narayanaya, 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 Shri Ramanuja, Acharya Namaha, Shri Ramanuja, Acharya Namaha. Om Namo Narayanaya, 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 Shri Ramanuja, Acharya Namaha, Shri Ramanuja, Acharya Namaha. Om Namo Narayanaya, 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 Shri Ramanuja, Acharya Namaha, Shri Ramanuja, Acharya Namo
Jai Gurudev. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnana Jana Shalakaya Shakshurunmelitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. We comment on the Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 12, Chapter 5, Verse 2. Tvam tu rajam marishyeti pashubudim himam jahim najata prag abhuto dya dehavatvam nanakyasim. Which means, O king, give up the animalistic mentality of thinking, I'm going to die. Unlike the body, you have not taken birth. There was not a time in the past when you did not exist and you are not about to be destroyed. So you see here, Sukha is telling the King Parikshit, no, don't think you are going to die. Because what you are is not this body, is not this mind. So at the end of life, we are facing death. We are so scared about death. But this is a time when, when Shiva comes, he enables the soul to be born again. He gives us the opportunity just to do all the things that we have not done in this life. So that's why each one of us should try our best to do why we came here on this planet, on this platform. And so we get this opportunity each life. And all the great masters, Jesus, Ramakrishna, and Krishna himself, what did they taught us? They have taught us to realize the self. For sure, there are different ways to realize this self. The path of bhakti, what we are following, the path of service, the path of meditation. So, each one has his own way to realize the divine. In 2007, with Guruji, we were returning from celebrating Easter in Greece. And from the airport in Frankfurt, we went directly to the house of a devotee, a woman who was close also to Guruji, Claudia. So we arrived at 2 o'clock in the afternoon at a place. Guruji told me that she has already seen her whole life. So where Claudia is in her bed, rather unconscious, she has a drop count and an oxygen hose to make her breath. She regularly receives morphines, pimples, and we are with the family around the bed. Guruji reads the Vishnu Sahasranam. So we spent the whole night with her. And Guruji told me, all her life, she defended the weakest. She fought for unity, for the respect of others, and of those who think differently. She's a saint. She lived charity in her everyday life. And he said, now the soul is already almost completely gone. It lives only through the mind. But she had a very strong mind. And so Guruji take her hand and speak to her mind and ask it if it does not want to leave also the body? But the answer is no. So then we wait and we pray. So we repeat Om Namo Narayanaya, and we will repeat this during 5 hours. She's always unconscious, but the breathing goes slower and slower, more spaced. And as the feet begin to cool, Guruji explained, when the soul is ready to leave the body completely, it removes all energy from the body in the head. That's why the feet become cold. And around 2:30 in the morning, Guruji sings he sings 108 times the Gayatri mantra. So Claudia takes a great inspiration. Then another woman sings a prayer. Claudia, deeply inspired, then Swamiji sings Our Father in different languages, and because she was Christian. And Claudia inspires very deeply. The breathing diminishes and then stops like the flame of a candle that has finished burning and slowly goes out. Later, Guruji explains, the soul leaves the body by the third eye, or sometimes by the top of the skull, after the body has made 3 deep inspirations. So, at the beginning, God created this world, and everything was so peaceful. There was no aggression. But when the mind came into play, then the aggression started. So we have to reach this point again, where all started in the beginning. This is where the Bible and the Bhagavad Gita teach the same. They teach the truth, that man can reach that state again. So there was a time where everybody, also each one of us, were completely realized. Then we came back to this world, and we reincarnate from time to time to reach this point again. You know probably this story of this man who had 4 wives. He loved the 4th very much. He was taking much care of her. She was his favorite. The 3rd wife was his advisor. He gave her gifts and bought her nice things. She was always with him. The 2nd wife was his confidant, who understood him and knew him very well. As for the 1st wife, he ignored it, ignoring her completely. So as he got older and older, he wondered which one of the wife will come with him. And he told them, all my life I have taken care of you. So when I die, will you come with me? But the 1st wife said no. The 3rd wife said also no, I will take another one. The 2nd wife said, I can't, but I will go with you until the cemetery. And the 1st one, who was very skinny because he did not feed her, and she was sick, but she said, okay, yes, I will come with you. And he asked her, but all my life I ignored you completely. You know, the 4th is the body, the 4th wife is the body. We take very much care of it. The 3rd wife is the mind, with the desires, the riches, that we cannot take with us. We work like oxen, and the others benefit from it. So the second wife is the family, the friends, who are going until the cemetery. And the first wife is a soul, which is always there. So the Atma, with the Paramatma inside the soul, will be always with us in all our travel from one body to the other. So until we reach the stage where we stop the cycle of birth and death, until we realize that God is everywhere, we have to come back again and again. But one thing is sure, that God is everywhere, ever present in anything. So we have to discover this again. We are looking for him everywhere. But he's here. We should look better inside of us instead to look outside. And starting by loving ourselves. It's so simple. Just loving the whole thing. Because inside of us is everything, the good and the bad. But the problem is that it's so easy to think about negative things and to start to judge ourselves. Oh, I am bad, I am this and that. But above all, we are divine. And if we see ourselves the way God is seeing us, it's completely different as the mind seeing us, judging ourselves. Do you think God sees our negativity? He don't care. So we are here to transcend death, to become the light, what we are truly. But the question is, who wants really to become this light? Many people try it, and they say, oh, it's too long, it's too much. So we just need some patience. It's the goal. So, after Ramakrishna's death, his wife was wondering how to break her bangles. As a widow, she do not had to carry gold jewels. So she decided to cut them, and as she was going to cut the bangles off, she heard the voice of Ramakrishna saying, Sarada Devi, what are you doing? Why are you breaking these bangles that I gave you? Do you think I am dead? I'm not dead. I'm still alive. I just move from one room to the other. It's like the sun. When the sun is setting, we all say that it's dark. But when the sun sets, it's days. Somewhere else. So in the same way, when death happens, there is birth somewhere else, in other spheres, or another level of spirituality. So in reality, we are not dead. Because we relate death so much with the body. But the consciousness has the power of God to create a new body at will. You can see it by the life of saints, that even after their death, they appeared to somebody who was praying to them. They appeared in body and flesh. So we all know about death, but we don't want to see it. We don't want to believe in it. And when we do believe in it, we see the most terrible and terrifying part of it. But we don't see the beautiful part of it. We don't see this bridge when the beloved calls you and say, come, cross over the bridge and attain me. So death is something not terrifying at all. Like Saint Francis, when it was a time for him to die, he was welcoming death. He said, welcome, Sister Death. So that kind of response brings the death into a shock, because you take away the power of fear and create this great joy of moving towards a higher plane, moving towards your beloved one. So this is the thing, when you realize the self, the fear of death is completely gone. You go from here, wow, super, happy, nice. You suffered all enough here. So we are born again in another sphere, another level of spirituality. You know, the Orthodox, they say also, when somebody dies, they say, he's born in heaven. So this creates a great joy of moving forwards to a higher plane. Once someone was asking Guruji, why do people stay always in this cycle of birth and death, even if they know that this plane is misery and that they have to do everything to attain the divine? Why life after life do we come, but we don't realize the purpose of our life? And Guruji answered, actually, the answer to that is that people don't like to change. Even if they know they are doing something wrong, they know that they have to change certain things in life to be really happy, but the old habits catch up. So this is the point. We have to change, to transform us. We get caught in old habits. We have to take a resolution to say, now I will change. But people say better, later I will change. We find always excuses. So we grow up and we think we know everything. We know the best. And then we realize, I try everything to be happy, but I'm not. Why it's like this? It's because whenever one says one wants to change, one has to let go of certain qualities, certain features in us. So we cannot change and keep all this, the same qualities as we were carrying life after life. Once Lakshmana, the brother of Rama, was asking a question to Ram. While he was looking at Vashishta, who was crying bitterly at the death of his son. So Vashishta is one of the greatest saints. And he was very knowledgeable about consciousness, everything, wrote the Veda. So Lakshmana said, how is it possible that he is crying so much with all this feeling? And Rama smiled and said, my dear brother, where there is knowledge, there is also ignorance. So if we are aware of light, we should be also aware about the darkness. To know ourselves is to know all the sides, not the good and the bad, the light and the dark, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. This is the duality of life. So do we want to stay in this duality or to go beyond? This is the thing. But we live on earth. Are we bound to this duality? In a certain way, yes, because we are here inside Maya. But the thing is, with what do we identify ourselves? Do we identify ourselves with the true self? Because this true self is not bound by the duality of this physical world. Or do we identify ourselves with this material world, with Prakriti? You know, also when God manifests himself on earth, he accepts death. Krishna accepted death, Rama, Swami Vishwananda. The difference between God's incarnation and humans is that God transcends humanity into divinity. And this is the path. And you see, what Goji always talks is just about love. This is where we have to, what we have to become. You know, perhaps Saint John Maximovich. Well, we have some relics of him also. And he made a talk, and he said, when it leaves the body, the soul finds itself among other spirits, good and bad. Usually it inclines towards those which are more akin to it in spirit. And if, while in the body it was under the influence of certain ones, it will remain in dependence upon them when it leaves the body, however unpleasant they may turn out to be upon encountering them. And he says, for the course of 2 days, the soul enjoys relative freedom and can visit places on earth which were dear to it. But on the 3rd day, it moves into other spheres. At this time, on the 3rd day, it passed through legions of spirits. And if it was in dependence with these spirits, it can obstruct the path, accusing the soul of various sins. So the guilty feelings and the remembrance, all the chances that God gave them during their lives. Then, having successfully passed through the toll houses and bowed down before God, the soul for the course of 37 more days find themselves in a condition of foretasting joy and blessedness, and others in fear of the torments which will come in full afterwards. So, until then, changes are possible in the condition of soul, especially through offering for them the commemoration at the liturgy and likewise other prayers. How important commemoration of the liturgy is may be seen in the following occurrence. Before the uncovering of the relics of St. Theodosius of Chernigov, the priest-monk, the starets Alexis of Golozevsky Hermitage of the Kiev Caves, Lavra, who died in 1916, who was conducting the revesting of the relics, becoming weary while sitting by the relics, dozed off, and saw before him the saint, who told him, I thank you for laboring with me. I beg you also, when you will serve the liturgy, to commemorate my parents. And he gave their names. And the priest answered, but how can you, O saint, ask my prayers when you yourself stand at the heavenly throne and grant to people God's mercy? And St. Theodosius answered, Yes, that is true. But the offering at the liturgy is more powerful than my prayers. So, you see, when somebody dies through prayers, we can help him to be born in a better place. And all the attachment that the person had on earth keeps this soul on this earth plane. Especially when the living keep crying and block the soul on the material sphere. But the prayer of the people during the liturgy or during the funeral services is stronger than the prayer of the saint. Because prayer can diminish the effect of karma of the soul. For sure, this depends on the faith of the people who are praying. And once Goji said, to do a liturgy or to do a puja for a person is stronger as to pray to the relics of a self-realized dead saint like Padre Pio or Ramana Maharshi. So the prayer of a living Bhakta is very strong. Why? Because a Bhakta carries God in his heart. And the person will get God's blessing. This is the nature of the importance of the nature of the faith. So between going to a living, self-realized saint or doing a puja, it is better to get the blessing of the saint. Because a Bhakta carries God in his heart, and you will get God's blessing. But to do a puja for a person is very strong. Take good day.